Right. Today I'm going to talk about the 2010 Yakuza film, Outrage, written and directed and starring Takeshi Kitano, aka Beat Takeshi. Have a look at the trailer.
ちゃんとけじめつけろと言ってくれ。
すいません。親父も俺も会長にえれ怒られちまったよ。
破門？あんたがやれって言ったんだろう。
金とこいつの指持って話つけてこい。
これでやってみる。悪かったよ。
悪いと思ったら指つめろよ。
どうもすいませんでした。
いやいいよいいよ。
会長はそれなりに繕ってらっしゃるけどな。チンピラ一人殺したぐらいでけじめつけたと思ったら大間違いだよ。
今の時代金より出世ですよ。
まあ結局は俺たちの出番ってことでしょ、親分。
貧乏くじばっかりだよ。ぶち殺そうこら。
生かそうと殺そうと俺のしたことじゃねえよ。
なめてんのかこら。てめえが一緒にいて何やってんのこら。
てめえで片付けるって言ってます。
散々体使わせやがって勝手にしろバカ野郎。
隼人君会長に詫びれんこ。
てめえが指つめろ。
やってるから道具持ってこいこの野郎。
頭おかしいんじゃねえかお前。
みんなバカだな。
早くするぞこの野郎。そういうことは分からねえやつはな、人の上には立てねえんだよ。あとね。
大きなお世話だよバカ野郎。
Outrage.
Beat Takeshi, or Takeshi Kitano, is a national monument in Japan. The joke goes that he's on television 8 days a week. He's a wildly popular entertainer who got his start in the business through comedy. He then moved into the film business with his breakthrough role in Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, which actually got laughter from the audience in Japan because they weren't used to him being someone in a serious role. He then went on to do the beginning of what were, and probably still are, his best known films, which are Yakuza films. In Takeshi Kitano's world of Yakuzas, crime doesn't pay. All the characters he plays wind up dying, usually very badly, and they're also very childlike in their humor. And he shows the Yakuza world to be one of a multi-layered hierarchy, where you have the big boss, the guy that's in charge of everybody, and all his underlings, his lieutenants, the heads of the smaller families, and even smaller families that all fall under his umbrella. Beat Takeshi moved away from the Yakuza genre for a while and came out with some really fantastic films, one of my favorite being Hanabai. But he wasn't making a lot of money commercially, so he's gone back, even though he says he hasn't, to his roots, doing the old Yakuza films that gained him so much popularity and did so well at the box office. Outrage is about a Yakuza family that is run by a head guy that I don't know if he's twisted or if he's got a mentally deranged sense of humor or if he just kind of likes Shakespearean subterfuge and double dealing against everyone. But at the beginning of the film, he tells off one of his lieutenants, Ikimoto, for making friends with someone from the other clan or another Yakuza gang called Maruze. They were in prison together, and they formed a pact while they were in. The big boss doesn't like it, so he tells Ikimoto that he's got to infringe on Maruze's territory and make sure that he gets things set out right. The whole film starts from that particular point, and the first thing we find out after about 15 or 20 minutes of the film is that A, Beat Takeshi's not going to be a huge part in the film. Yes, he is a major character, but we don't see him that often, which is no surprise considering he's directing it. But his character is sort of a linchpin, if you will, to what's going on in all the other actions and repercussions of this double-dealing, backstabbing, double-crossing setup that the big Yakuza boss has started. All the backstabbing and double-crossing that take place are intricate in the way they work, but very simple in the way they're executed. That may not make a lot of sense, but let's put it this way. When the Yakuza boss calls one of his men in to talk to them, he makes it seem as if he is doing them a very big personal favor and that this is something that's going on just between them. Once he sets up his pigeon, or his patsy, to take a fall, he then sets the double cross into motion with the mechanization of telling all the other Yakuzas that this guy is acting without his permission. So it's okay for them to take care of him. The film is brutal. It's been said that Takeshi Kitano, when he was writing it, actually sat down and tried to think of different ways to kill people and then wrote a script around it. It is a violent film, but most Yakuza films are. There's a scene where Ikimoto gets his comeuppance, and it's a scene with Beat Takeshi and Jun Kunimura. Jun Kunimura plays Ikimoto, and he's pretty much been disgraced by the big boss in one of those double-dealing things that he started at the very beginning of the film. He's now in trouble, and Beat Takeshi's character, Otomo, is going to kill him. But he doesn't kill him in a straightforward way. These are Yakuza. They've got to make a point. Like the Italian Mafia, they have to make sure that whatever they do says something. So in a scene that will actually make you laugh, probably in horrified laughter at the same time you're cringing at what's happened, he makes Ikimoto stick his tongue out. And you can see the result. All in all, this is a mesmerizing film. I couldn't stop watching it. I think for a couple of reasons. One, because I really wanted to see more of Beat Takeshi. I love this man. I think he's one of the best performers and one of the most understated performers in the world. He strikes me as being sort of a Japanese Spencer Tracy, if you will. He really comes across as so believable in whatever role he plays. And again, when he goes into the Yakuza world, he shows it for what it is. Especially in Outrage, when it deals with so much subterfuge and Shakespearean-level double-crossing and intrigue. It's really a wonderful film to watch. And I may be a little prejudiced because, like I said, I adore this man, and I never saw him before Battle Royale. And Battle Royale was a brilliant introduction to him. If you've not seen it, watch it as well. It will be the best introduction you can get to the magical performances that Beat Takeshi Kitano can do. That's me for this week. I'm going to start focusing a little bit more on foreign films because that is what I really love and something I love to talk about. So until next time, as I always say, keep watching the movies and have fun. Bye. And he shows the Yakuza. And he shows the Yakuza.